And
Yeah.
also, something a lot of people are talking about this week. Becca, have you taken a trip to Harry's house?
I have. I've been inside, I've walked around,
Same. I saw a
slept in the
roach. I'm gonna
bed.
say it. I
It
saw a roach.
stunk. I gone to Harry's house and fucking stunk.
No, the tweets. No, I gotta say, I like the album. It's funny because I have people like my timeline is very ideologically split on Twitter of
Mhm.
people who are like Harry's like down, like stands,
Yeah.
and then people who like hate Harry Styles. And so
Hate.
I get like, yeah,
Wow.
I get both sides. I get both.
Interesting.
I like to see both sides.
Yeah, yeah,
Something
yeah.
about me.
Very
Um,
multifaceted.
my God. Whenever anybody says that, I'm like, okay, word.
Okay. Good for
Um,
you.
but yeah. So I enjoy Harry's house. Something I love about Harry Styles is honestly, you could do a whole entire like podcast series on like his representation in the media and how he brands himself and like his
Yeah.
relationship to queerness in particular. And
Mm-hmm.
so not gonna get into all that today, but I genuinely do really enjoy. I have really enjoyed. I enjoy the album Fine Line, amazing.
Yes.
First of all, I have to commend him for being so brave as to release a breakup album after Lord's Melodrama. Anyone who has released an album after Lord's Melodrama, well, not just an album in general, yeah, but a
Mm-hmm.
breakup album in particular, it's a particular kind of bravery to think you have something to add to that discourse after Lord said
Said all.
everything.
Yeah.
Said everything.
It's interesting. That's a great point.
And so I commend him for being brave, and I do like that album. I love his production. Like I love like the sounds he creates.
Mm-hmm. It's always so strange.
Mm-hmm.
He always goes to a different place, like a different city he stays and like really works on these albums. And it seems like works with like people who like have something that he doesn't have and has
Mm-hmm.
never like done yet. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he's a person who's like always evolving and in a cool way and like taking
Yeah.
other people with him on that process, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah, you can tell in his music that he's like an artist.
Yeah,
And especially
definitely.
like after it's probably because he's already had his like commercial era as like, One Direction and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And he's always going to be a commercial like success and stuff like that. But like
absolutely.
it feels like he's leveraging that now to be like, oh, I'm going to make like cool, like good music.
Yeah.
Whereas like, especially with like the TikTok of it all and like the music industry, like the music industry is not necessarily like encouraging that at this point.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
do you have any standout tracks so far or
I really like music for a sushi restaurant and also late night talking.
something I wanted to say about music at a sushi restaurant? So people are already talking about, so it goes ba, 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 which is eerily similar to the Ant
Yes,
Farm theme song, which
it really
bring it a
is.
full circle talking about a Disney Channel original series. So I cannot decide what is a crazier thing to happen. So first, that Harry Styles saw the show Ant Farm and he heard the theme song and it tucked itself that ba do 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 that China and McClain sings in the theme song tucked itself
Sing so well.
somewhere in like the back of his mind, where when
Yeah.
he was making this album, he made the exact same thing. So like that's a possibility one, right?
Yeah.
Second possibility is that our collective like unconsciousness as a species is so strong that that like those like he specifically made something that has like the exact same progression, has a very similar vowel structure, and like sounds so much where like my friend Bridget, I was talking to her about it, and she said immediately upon hearing that song, she thought of like Ant Farm.
Yeah.
Like I don't know which of those two things is like weirder to think about.
I feel like he's had to have seen it.
I don't think he's had to have seen it. Maybe now.
Oh, I think he's had to have seen it.
Ant Farm.
If
Like if you were
I've
an
seen it,
American, okay, if you were an American and if he weren't like, how old is he?
he's like a few years older than us.
Yeah, but like we were a little old for Ant Farm, I would say.
Well, hold on now. Okay, now things are getting a little personal to me. Okay, okay, okay.
You were old for Ant Farm Grandma in
Hi.
particular.
Okay. So I feel like okay. What happened on Ant Farm was
Uh,
calling all the monsters, which
yeah, which
everyone
is that on
knows.
my best song ever playlist?
It's gotta be. It's on
If
everyone's.
it's not, it is a gross what's it called?
Miscalculation.
Miscalculation, neglection,
Yeah, yeah. Everything. Negligence, yes.
negligence. Yeah. Yeah.
So to know that song, which everyone
Yeah.
does because it plays on Halloween like all the time,
Mhm.
you're gonna probably hear the Ant Farm theme song at some point.
Mhm. But he's also not American.
And I don't blame him for that.
That's something we can't hold against him. Um,
But he's been in America for so long.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
also, Olivia, his new girlfriend, has children. I know
His
Ant
new
Farm.
girl.
It doesn't currently
Becca.
play,
Becca,
but
you're
that's an
so
interesting.
smart. Becca, you're so
Yeah,
smart. But everything's on Disney Plus now.
exactly. So they could go on log into their Disney Plus. I'm sure they have a Disney Plus. Are you going to
Yeah,
tell
of
me
course
that
they
Harry
do.
Styles doesn't have a Disney Plus?
That
So
Olivia Wilde, their mother, doesn't have one.
yeah, seriously,
They
Jason.
must get it free. Like Olivia Wilde or Jason
Yeah,
Sudeikis has definitely been in like a Disney property where they probably get it
yeah.
for free.
Oh my
Although
God,
Disney
seriously.
probably doesn't, you probably don't get Disney Plus for free no matter what.
It's only
Um,
like $8 a month. I'm sure they can swing
only,
it.
only. Well, they're
To
multimillionaires.
you.
To you. Okay. My favorite songs are the song Matilda has like a chokehold on me right now.
Ooh, I can barely talk about it.
Just not even so something about me is I'm just now I've listened to the album upwards of 5 times, I would say. In the couple days it's been out. And uh I don't like know any lyrics from the album, but like the sound I'm like very invested in. And just the like guitar riff of like and he does like the pick thing, and it's like, oh, there's something so
It's
painful about
good.
that.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it today, and I really like the song Little Freak.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with the results. I like
It's great.
hairstyles.
I'm very happy for him.
I like his
I
music,
also
I'll say.
I want to say also that I'm very happy for our friend Brittany Broski, who we don't
Oh
know
my
yet,
god. Oh
um,
my god, yeah.
for meeting him because she truly deserved it.
That's okay. So I want to know if you have a person who's like this. I'm anticipating a couple maybe, but I think I would generally be a pretty cool person around like most people because I always think if I ever met a celebrity, I wouldn't want to approach as like a fan.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to exhibit fan behavior. Like I
Mhm.
want to play it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Somebody I don't think I could do that with, Lady
Can I
Gaga.
guess? Yeah, okay. I knew it was gonna be her.
I am actually because I've told you how I came close to meeting her one time, right?
Yeah.
So long story short, my mother's best friend from high school, he's an escort, or I guess was an escort for the Kennedy Center Honors. And one year Lady Gaga was a part of the Kennedy Center Honors. She hasn't been like honored yet, but she was like doing it for somebody else. And he was her escort for like the whole weekend. So like he was driving her places, he was like arranging all of her stuff for her. He like spoke to her. I have like stories about Lady Gaga, and we were going to get to go see the rehearsal, but I was in a production of Shrek the Musical Junior as the titular role. And so I couldn't in good faith go and see Lady Gaga.
That's literally
But I
crazy to me every single
truly,
time.
if I met her, I don't know what would happen. I truly think like something would overcome me and like I wouldn't be able to do it.
Wow.
Like it would be bad.
I do want to say, so I feel like you're probably thinking of people like Ariana Grande for me and like
That was my first
so
thought.
I want to be truthful and I want to say I would be able to be calm around her because
Mm-hmm.
in my brain
Mhm.
She is my friend. Like, I truly believe we would be friends.
Yeah.
So for me to have like such a crazy reaction, it would probably be someone that like my brain hasn't attached to that much.
Mhm.
I don't know though. Like I just feel like I'm so delusional that I believe like that I already know these people and they're like my close confidants.
Your parasocial relationship is really strong.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really bad.
Yeah. I think there's also something to it where like Taylor Swift, for example, who's somebody who I have like a very big love for, but who I
Yeah.
didn't really like. I was a Swiftie when I was younger, but then I took a break and then I
Hmm.
re-indoctrinated myself.
Yeah.
But like Taylor Swift, I don't imagine the same thing. Like I could see myself, like you said, being cool around Taylor Swift, like not being like super like, you know. But
Yeah.
maybe it's because like I've been like a Lady Gaga fan since I was literally like 10 years old. Um,
Hmm.
like and there was something about her that spoke to me at such a young age, and I was able to watch her like propel into superstardom. And I remember when Lady Gaga was like the biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I've lived long enough to see her be the biggest thing ever multiple times. um and so like I don't know. There's that piece to it too, that she was somebody who I admired when I was younger. And so as we talked about in the last episode with the inner child, like what would inner child Quinn would freak out that I was meeting Lady Gaga.
That's fair enough. Maybe then
Yeah.
Selena Gomez I would have that effect on me because I loved her.
Yeah. You
Wow.
are very Alex
Interesting.
Russo.
So much so. I'm so glad you said that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
true.
our little catch up went a little long today, but
Yeah.
we're
We
allowed.
deserved it.
Um,